The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. For the Green Bay Packers, they're coming off a 7-9 season as their offense makes their way back onto the field. But with that 7-9 season, Charles, they saw their string of 8 straight playoff appearances come to an end. It was just weird not to have Green Bay in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you kept searching for them, didn't you? You kept looking down the list. When does Green Bay play in the playoffs? Because you're so used to it. But with the injury to Aaron Rodgers that knocked him out for so long, the offense really struggled. Finished 26th in the league in total offense. In a lot of ways, remarkable they finished 7-9.
Yeah, and Brett Hundley came in, tried to do his thing. I don't think it was much of an indictment on the play of Hundley, as it made me appreciate Aaron Rodgers more.
I think we all did, and I do believe that the head coach, Mike McCarthy, was trying to fashion offense and also take care of Brett Hundley in the beginning, and that made
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 75 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide wide open trying to get in there a second time, but that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, that's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers lets it go for Nelson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Remain clean.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hook on. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have...
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Fournette, a first down carry. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And
absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. Finds a seam inside the 40. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw is Bortles. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 6-yard line. They'll toss it to Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. but you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
And tough starting field position here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 92 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
It's caught right side, it turns. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He finds Hearns left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back.
And that's caught inside the 30.